Welcome to Tech Tutorials. Please subscribe our YouTube channel for the latest updates regarding technology-related tutorials. Happy watching.
Hit the bell icon also for know more about latest updates regarding technology-related tutorials.
Hey everyone, hope all are doing well. Welcome to TechWorld/Tech Tutorials. Finally, we are back with the jailbreak tutorial. As per our previous post, the official testing was done a while ago. Just wanted to check and test out prior to releasing the tutorial. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. So, I'm so happy and thanks guys for all your support, for giving me this opportunity to do a tutorial. Without further ado, I'll directly chime into the tutorial. First of all, jailbreaking. What jailbreaking is basically privilege escalation. In simple language, it's removing all the restrictions from iOS which are put in place by Apple. Therefore, obviously, we pay for the devices as customers/consumers. You'd like to modify our devices the way we want. Now, prerequisites here, which means basically you will have to have some requirements met in order to jailbreak. First of all, I'm going to answer a very simple question. Some people may ask, will your warranty will be voided? And the answer is technically yes, but at the same time no. Because if you take your device in for a service, you would obviously remove your jailbreak prior to taking it in. And there's no way that they would know you have jailbroken your device. Anyways, so the second thing is, the jailbreak is created by a lot of hackers and a lot of the teams which work pretty hard, aka CoStar, thanks to CoStar for bringing us Chimera/Electra for iOS devices. Now, these aren't the only developers which have brought us here, and the other things are here in place. The jailbreak, obviously, as I've stated, it is created by hackers, and they have to find vulnerabilities/exploits within the operating system /bugs in simple language. That's what allows us to jailbreak, and some heavy kernel exploits as well. Now, the thing here is, now let's come to the requirements without the disclaimer out of the way. So since I've provided the information, how the jailbreak is created and all that jazz, the requirements are, first of all, you must be running the jailbreakable firmware, and then you shall be good to go. So let us tell you, or should I say let me tell you, or let us tell you, however you want to take it. You must be running the following iOS versions: iOS 11, all iteration of iOS 11, iOS 11.0 through 11.4.1, which includes all the versions for iOS 11. So you have Electra by CoStar, as well as Uncover. Okay, let me tell you the differences between these two jailbreaks. I will explain that, but then if you are running iOS 12 as well, the versions are 12.0 through 12.1.2. Nothing higher than this. Now the differences are basically, it's not essential anymore, but I will tell you. they are using a different kind of platform. They were, in fact, but it's not essential, but I still should mention. So basically the thing is, one was using substitute, one was using substrate. Now substrate has been a very old mechanism, versus substitute is a newer one. However, the latest jailbreaks are using substitute now. So substrate is completely gone. And the other difference is, as you might know the history of jailbreaking, basically by jailbreaking you get a store, like a app store as well, which is Cydia. That's the difference between both the jailbreaks. One has Cydia and the other one has the Cilio. Now the difference is, Cydia has not been updated for the devices. So where Cilio is the modern package manager. So now the choice is yours, and that really depends how and what device you have, to be precise. In my case, I've got an iPhone XR, which is the latest 8-valve device, so I cannot use Uncover because Uncover has not been updated. Although the scenario is the same, the method is exactly the same to jailbreak. Both have the applications which you will use to jailbreak. Alright, let us tell you how to exactly get the application as well as jailbreak. I will do demonstration here as well, but I'm just explaining, which you should have the basic knowledge of. First of all, obviously, prior to installing the jailbreak, you would install the tvOS profile update to block OTA over-the-air iOS updates. Once that is done, you would just search for tvOS beta 12 profile on Google, and the first link presented to you would be by iPod Hacks 143. All the links which I'll be talking about, I'll put in the description. Alright, once you install that, that would block your OTA updates. Make sure you have auto update /updates turned off if you're running iOS 12. Alright, now this jailbreak is semi-untethered. What this means is, every time you restart your device, you will have to re-enable your jailbreak. Alright, so basically I will tell you the explanation how the jailbreaks used to work prior, and what the difference between semi-untethered, untethered and tethered. Okay, the tethered, now jailbreaking started from a long while. I've been jailbreaking my devices since iPhone 4S, but in the blindness community /PWD community is very less as of today if we compare, but it's a little faint, but still, obviously people who have iOS devices, some people like myself do not like stock iOS, so that's why we do this jailbreaking, because we get a lot of benefits. Anyways, so the difference is, tethered used to be a jailbreak which we used to connect it to a computer, and every time we restarted our device, we would have to connect it to a computer and re-enable the jailbreak. Alright, untethered, basically what that meant was, you jailbreak it once and then you'll be all set. However, now obviously things are getting tough and tough. No one makes an untethered jailbreak because it requires background daemon support, which obviously no one wants to work on, because obviously I don't see any issues with having a semi-untethered, and you would expect that semi-untethered. I did explain what it is. Semi-untethered is basically, every time you restart your device, you will have to re-enable your jailbreak, but that doesn't mean you will lose your jailbreak data. Alright, and with that out of the way, now we'll tell you how to get the jailbreak and how to achieve and jailbreak your device. First of all, you would have to do the following. There are two methods and two ways to get the jailbreak. Either you sideload the application to your device through CD Impactor, depending on what operating system you have. The procedure is relatively the same. In Windows, you download CD Impactor, you could Google for it. As I stated, the links will be in the description. The second method is you will have to use a signing service, which means there are third-party stores, iOS stores, which features/host these applications. But the only thing with that is, obviously, these applications, if you download it from on device, which is a little beneficial because that means you will no longer have to sign these applications with your Apple ID. Because if you sign it using the sideload method, that means in actual sense what's going to occur is you will have to re-sign the application, jailbreak application, every 7 days. But that doesn't affect your jailbreak by all means, because let's say you have jailbroken your device and your application has expired. Obviously, when you restart your device, you will have to re-sign it, but your jailbreak will be intact unless you restart your device. Alright, so the second method you would use is such examples I would provide the third-party services. Ignition, as stated, all the links will be in the description, and Tweetbox, as well as the easiest one which I use is Silze, silze.com, and you can download through Safari itself. I have it on my device and I'll be jailbreaking my device. And obviously this jailbreak supports all devices from iOS 11 through 12.1.2. Without further ado, I am gonna get started with the actual jailbreak, and I'll show you some of my favorite tweaks and my add-ons, what I can do with it.
2243.
So basically, I'll be unlocking my iPhone.
Passcode field 0 of 4 values entered. Your passcode is required when iPhone restarts.
Oops, I did restart my iPhone, so therefore
Your passcode is required. 7 8 6.
I am putting my passcode in.
Messages.
Alright, so we did put in our passcode, and obviously I will show you what version I'm running.
Settings. One new item.
I am going to go into
Heading.
settings.
Notificate. Personal hot. No. Do not. Screen time. General. Button. Selected. Settings.
Settings.
General. About. Button.
Just swiping with one finger normally and double tapping on the about.
Selected. General. About. Heading. Name. Sagar Verma's iPhone. Songs. 1. Videos. 1. Photos. Applicate. Capacity. Available. Capacity. 256 available. Version. 12.1.2. 16.
Alright, 12.1.2. Now, the phone that I have is an iPhone XR. So, I'll be using Chimera by Costa. Obviously, Chimera supports all devices from iOS 12.0 through 12.1.2. And Electra is backward. So, basically, Electra is for iOS 11. And Uncover supports also all devices. But the only thing is, if you have the latest device like myself, you only have the option of using Chimera. So in this case, I'll be using Chimera.
Settings. Home.
And we'll be using Braille screen input to pull up Chimera.
Chimera.
It says Chimera, and I have swiped right with 2 fingers to open the application. Now, the procedure is relatively simple. In case you want to remove your jailbreak as well, I will tell you here also how to do it, because if in case you want to take it into the Apple Store or you don't want to stay with the jailbreak.
Chimera.
We're swiping right with 1 finger.
iOS 12.1.2.
Alright, it does tell you here as well.
Jailbreak button.
There's a jailbreak button.
Compatibility.
Compatibility, just swiping right with one finger.
Your iPhone is compatible. Congratulations, your iPhone XR on iOS 12.1.2 is supported by Chimera.
Alright.
Exploit. Exploit selection. We will use the Match Swap 2 exploit to jailbreak your device. You
Okay.
can choose a different exploit if it works better for your device.
Okay, basically this is it's using such an exploit where how accurate the jailbreak would be. Sometimes if you use, there are various exploits, you should use max
Exploit selection. We will use the Match Swap 2 exploit.
Match Swap 2 or Voucher. So depending on you, that's just to improve the success rate. Sometimes the exploit could fail, so therefore you have to use that.
Match Swap 2 button. Voucher underscore swap button.
These are the options here.
Troubleshooting.
Okay, troubleshooting.
Having trouble? If you installed something and are no longer able to jailbreak, try temporarily disabling tweaks so that you can repair your system. You can also restore your root file system back to the state it was prior to jailbreaking, if needed.
So this is what I was talking about. If you want to remove your jailbreak, you would just double tap
Disable tweaks. Restore root FS button.
Restore root FS, and that would bring you back exactly to stock iOS, which means all your jailbreak data will be deleted, not your user data, or your jailbreak data / tweaks, whatever you have tweaked, or however you have tweaked. Alright, anyways, I am gonna jailbreak my device.
Exploit. Chimera. Restore root FS. Restoring Chimera. iOS. Disable tweaks button. If you we will use exploit.
Just swiping backwards to the left.
Set nons. Credits. If troubleshooting. Page 5. Match swap 2. We will use exploit selection. Set non. If you're set nons. Page match. We will use your iPhone is compatibility. Jailbreak button.
Alright, here is the button. So, just a little bit of swiping sometimes. I'm gonna double tap on the jailbreak button. I will show you what happens exactly with one finger.
Jailbreak button 1/3 dim.
So now it's running the exploit and it's in the process of jailbreaking.
Working on it 2/3 dim.
Working on it.
Working on it 2/3 dim button.
Alright, the phone does restart obviously when you jailbreak for the initial procedure to take in place, and we are waiting.
Screen, try again.
So it seems the jailbreak is completed. That's because of my Face ID.
22:48 Wednesday, May 22nd. Safe mode. Respring button.
Alright, let us just click this. That was just asking us to
Try again.
restart the device. That's because of the Face ID. Alright.
Calendar. Messages.
Alright.
Tap to open.
So finally we have jailbroken our device. I'll show you.
App Chimera.
Chimera.
BioProtect. Chimera.
Alright. Now, that was just a security because I've locked my application. The Chimera jailbroken application that states I'm in the jailbroken mode. Here is the message.
Chimera. Already jailbroken. Jailbroken. Dim. You're jailbroken. Thanks for using Chimera. You can now install and enjoy tweaks using Cilia. Open Cilia button.
Alright. So, finally, now we are jailbroken. I will tell you that you can do tons of things. So with the jailbreak,
Messages.
you have a store like App Store as well, which is Cilio, as I've told you. So let me give you some other things what I do on my device. As stated, you can paste things to the music library. Also, I would show you how to do that first.
Page 2 of 4.
If I show you my
Adjustable.
music.
Top. Music. Double tap.
Double
Music.
tap.
Library. Rap John. DJPunch.com. Amy Berg.
I have this music here
Recently added.
that I just pasted.
English US. Doc. Settings. 1 new item. Care. Works. Audio ducking. Spotlight. 11 item R. 120. 11 F. 100. 64. 49 items found. Top search result. Fill. Mail. Garage. Fills up. Button.
Alright, so this is basically the Filza application. which you need to download from Cydia. I would show you the Cydia interface as well. But I just want to show you some of the things you can do at the moment.
Filza button.
Double tap on Filza.
/ back button. Library heading edit search name date site view mode.
So with Filza you get the entire root access.
Audio caches Windows.
I'm gonna go into
settings button Windows favorites recents favorites
favorites.
Music library.
And I'm gonna go into my music library.
Not active alert not activated.
That's just a simple ad because I've not purchased the pro version of Filza.
Rap John DJ
Okay.
Punch.com.
This is the music
Delete
I originally pasted here.
alert. Do you want okay button.
If I delete this, obviously
Back button. Music library. Edit.
it
Search.
is now empty.
Name. Artist.
If I go back to my music, you'll
Messages.
see that
Page 2 of 4.
as well.
Adjusted. Doc. Music.
See, this is
Looking for your music. Edit. Library. Heading. Edit. Looking. Mini player. Out. Not playing. Play. Button. Skip. Dip. Select. Mid. Play. Button. Play.
it's gonna play
Edit.
nothing because
Button.
obviously
Library.
it's empty.
Edit. Looking for your music. Music you purchased from the iTunes store will appear here. Doc.
So basically,
Page 2 of 4. Doc. Safari. Double tap
let us go to Safari.
Alert. Turn off airplane mode or use Wi-Fi to access data. Set it. OK. Button.
Okay, alright.
Safari. Address. QWERTY. Tabs. Downloads button. Button.
See, if I go into my
Downloads
downloads,
button. Mobile.
why I'm going into my downloads? Because I have a music file here.
Video playback. Downloads. Video playback.
I think
MP4. 1.8 megabytes. Downloads. Button. 2 of 2. Selected. File browser. Button. 1
Oops,
of 2.
I should have had a music file, but apparently it
Doc.
seems
Safari.
I didn't.
Double tap to open. Edit mode.
I would show you what you do exactly. That music you'll get in your music library, because as I've shown you previously. Okay, let us just give you an example
App
what to
switcher.
do.
Safari. Safari. Video playback. MP4. Select alert.
If I
Video
were to click on this,
play. Open in. Save to me. Open in. Ellipsis.
open it.
Enable airdrop share. Add to Twitter, Facebook, Skype, Messenger, Telegram, WhatsApp. Shared albums. Copy to WhatsApp. Copy to Drive. Copy to Filza. Copy to Filza.
You would do that, or either
More. Save. Copy to Drive.
there's an option called Show and Filza, so either one
Copy to Filza.
would do that. Alright,
Filza. Mobile. Back
so
button,
now
Filza. 3 item. 200 / video playback. MP. Mode. Dot. Edit. Button. Done.
we're clicking on Edit, which is obviously
Tag color. Tag color.
at the top of the
Audio.
screen.
Select all. Add. Button.
Then after clicking on the Edit,
/ video playback.
I just use the one's finger swiping.
Video playback. MP4.
It's either on the top left or the top right, the Edit button. You double tap on here,
Selected. Video playback. MP4. More. Button.
and then what I'm doing is just tapping the bottom
More.
right,
Trash.
and then I'm
Button.
swiping backwards
Rename.
to the
Button.
left.
Move. Copy. Button.
Either you would click on
Button.
Move, Copy, whatever.
Button. Copy.
This is a
Dip.
copy,
Paste for Windows. Button. Show all windows. Settings.
and then you would
Favorites. Button.
simply go to your favorites,
Done. Button. Music library.
and then you go to Music
Back
Library.
Pasteboard. Button.
Obviously this is
Paste an item. Pasteboard. You have one item. S in pasteboard. Paste. View.
I'm not gonna paste this because this is an actual video,
Clear.
since I don't have
Cancel.
anything.
Click
But if
here.
you
Paste.
paste it, it would appear in your music library,
View.
as
Cancel.
I've shown you previously. See,
Doc.
that
Safari.
no longer requires iTunes. Same thing is applicable to the ringtones as well, however you do this. Now, the other thing I would suggest you to do is, it's a tweak, obviously. Just like Filza, this is called Safari Plus. It modifies your Safari, so basically you can download. It does allow you to download anything. Anything means anything. And the second thing I would demonstrate here, if you have the latest iPhones with Face IDs, obviously after unlocking, you gotta swipe up wants to go to the home screen where it doesn't take you automatically, but auto unlock X does. I'm not gonna make tweak videos at the moment because obviously I will do my setup tweak video in a while. There's something called a real CC. Basically what that one does is it lets you toggle Wi-Fi and Bluetooth from control center itself, where Apple does not allow you to do that, but with the jailbreak you can do that. So anyways, so I will demonstrate that right now.
Wednesday, May 20th.
So let's
Messages.
just say
Control center.
I've opened
Airplane
my
mobile data.
control center.
46% airplane mode.
I'm gonna
switch button on off.
turn this off.
Mobile data. Switch button off.
If I
Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi negative 2 WXX. Switch button on.
turn this
Double
off,
tap and off. Messenger. Now. Switch button off. Mobile data. Switch button. Wi-Fi. Switch button off.
see this is
Double tap
complete
and hold to show
off,
more control. Mobile data. Switch button off.
and this is
Double
also
tap and hold to
off.
show more controls. Double tap to toggle setting. Actions available. Open controls.
Excuse me, sorry about that. So these are the few things you can do with a jailbreak. Not only that, there are tons of other things. This is the official way to
Clock.
jailbreak
22:57.
your device officially. The next tutorial would be my tweaks, what I have installed on my device. So thanks for listening, and I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial.